This podcast contains adult language, descriptions of violence, sexual references, and other possibly offensive themes. Listener discretion is advised.
Every time I look at Peter Cottontail's portrait, I think of Big Chungus.
I hate it.
I swear I see it every time, but it's not.
Do I get to smash thing now?
Is Klouse here? Oh yeah, he is. Yeah. Alright, so everybody's here. So just remind me where you guys were hiding. I figured Rosie's by the desk and she turned into a spider. Peter is behind the other desk. Where is Grim?
Oh, I wanted to be under the little desk.
Okay.
So hopefully not squishing Rosie. But I've got net and hand axe out.
I think I would have climbed onto the wall.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just do that. As you hear coming back into this, you guys are currently in this bedroom. It's well decorated. It's got some really nice things in it. A large bed, a couple of desks, a single bookshelf, what looks like a weapon rack of some sort against the far wall. And as you guys were pilfering some things and searching around, Dizzy and Rosie noticed that somebody was coming. So you all scramble and hide. Eventually it gets close enough where the rest of you can hear it too, Peter and Grim. And then it stops right in front of the door. And you can hear this as the door opens up. And from what little light you guys can see, although a couple of you have dark vision so you can see pretty well, this large hulking figure looms in front of the open doorway, pushes the other door of this double door open, and walks in. Looks around. "Where are you?" he calls out.
I'm gonna throw my net at him.
Go for it.
So disadvantage, because nets suck. Nope, that's a 10.
I was gonna mention. I was like, why are we still using nets? I thought we had all collectively agreed that they were
because
the worst.
Because if they ever work, they're awesome.
Okay.
Anyway.
So as this large badger in heavy armor walks in, seems like this heavy, what looks like a large axe holding at his side. Grim, you kind of jump out from other desk trying to surprise him, but he takes the axe, raises it up, and slashes the net down to the ground as it flies through the air towards him. He didn't quite see you, but he was aware and on guard. And you are exposed, and he sees you, and he kind of bares his teeth, looking at you guys. Everybody roll initiative.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
That's a 16.
Here we go. That's a 14.
That's not what I want. That's not my character sheet.
3!
Ah.
Oh boy.
I am clicking everything except for my character sheet right now. 17.
Okay.
I'm only one fucking after him.
Great. All right. Rosie, you're a spider on the wall, and Grim jumps out from the desk underneath you and throws a net onto this guy, and the badger slashes it down as if it was nothing.
I'd rather do this before it gets close. I roll my 8 spider eyes, turn back into a rat, and cast Infestation.
Ooh. What does that do?
So I cause a cloud of mites, fleas, and other parasites. Let's go with fleas, because Rosie does like to play to the stereotype. To appear momentarily on one creature you can see within range, the target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or it takes 1d6 poison damage and moves 5 feet in a random direction, if it can move and its speed is at least 5 feet.
Okay. Oof. That's a 9?
That does not succeed.
Okay, so roll damage. Do you have the spell card on your character sheet?
I believe I do have this one.
Okay, so just click that for me.
Okay.
Okay, so roll 1d6.
Right. That's 4.
Okay, so it takes 4 damage.
And then I roll a d4 to determine what direction it moves.
Yep.
And that's a 1, which means north.
Okay, so moves a little bit away from you as you jump off the wall, turn into a rat, throw your hand up, and this cloud of fleas jumps all over him and starts to back up, growling.
And I think I will stay where I am.
Okay. Dizzy, your turn.
Cool. I'm going to roll under the bed and kind of get over here and point my good crowbar at him and cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So let's see if I can do this. That is a 15 to hit.
No.
What? Okay. Yikes. I will roll back under the bed and just keep hiding.
As he's kind of flailing, the great axe manages to swing over in your direction, and your Eldritch Blast hits the side of the great axe, ting, reflecting off of it.
That'll do me.
Peter.
Alright, I'm crouched behind the desk. I'm going to pop out and use an arrow.
Okay.
Did I get the hidden advantage sneak thing? Advantage?
Yeah, he hasn't acted yet.
Oh.
And you were pretty well hidden, so.
18 to hit?
Yep.
Oh, thank God. So that's 5 piercing, and I get sneak attack, right?
Yep.
So that's 7 more.
Nice.
12 total piercing.
As you shoot an arrow, and it manages to pierce his decent armor.
And then I'm going to hop onto the desk, and then, is this bookshelf big enough for me to stand on top of it?
No, it's not a very deep bookshelf.
Well, then I'll do a duck and roll and slide over here.
Okay.
And get on the bed here.
All right. So this guy's going to move, and taking his big great axe, he's going to raise it up into the air and go down onto Grim. See what happens. My gosh.
Come and get me.
It's a 9.
It bounces off of my strong, manly chest. Probably just misses. I am very small.
Yes. You jump out of the way as this large axe crashes into the stone floor. That is his turn, and it is yours, Grim.
Okay. Grim will run up axe, drawing Warhammer in other hand to replace fallen useless net, and then I'm going to bonus action, attack him.
Okay, go ahead.
So, let me see what my stats are. +5. Okay. Warhammer is 10, so miss.
Nope.
And then hand axe. Oh, better, 19.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. So that is 7 slashing damage.
Nice.
And then I'll just kind of hop down to the ground and look at him, crane my neck and squint my eyes so I can see his fear.
All right. Rosie.
I am going to, as a bonus action, cast Shillelagh on my quote-unquote walking stick. Then I'm going to... I guess I'm standing on the desk at this point. I'm going to move to the other end of the desk so I can hit him with my quarterstaff.
Okay. Roll for attack.
I know how this works. I don't know how this works. Give me a
Wisdom
second here.
plus your proficiency.
Yeah. I know how numbers work. So that is 16.
Yes, 16 hits.
Okay. For 12 damage?
Nice.
So it's 1d8 plus my wisdom,
Correct.
and I rolled 8.
Yeah, Shillelagh's badass.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I scoot back up into the corner again. Oh, wait, no I don't. Because I used my bonus action already, so I can't disengage.
Ew. Yep.
So I stay there and end my turn.
Yeah, you cast a little spell as this nature magic wraps around your quarterstaff, making it hard as petrified wood, and you smack him with it. Awesome. Dizzy.
I'm going to try that Eldritch Blast thing again.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, no, yeah, worse. Worse. That's a 12.
Oof.
I am not helpful.
This badger is very, very angry at this point. And
I'm going to just hang out under the bed.
Growls, and as it tries to dodge out of the way of Rosie's Shillelagh, it fails, but it manages to dodge your Eldritch Blast.
That's... Okay. I'll just hang out here.
At the end of your
or wait, is this a bonus action? Oh, it is. I actually think I'm gonna hex him.
Okay.
And give him disadvantage on... what do I want it to be? Let's go with strength.
Okay. Do I have to roll?
No, actually, let's go with wisdom. No, but he'll have disadvantage on ability checks with that.
Wisdom?
Until he's dead, basically. Yeah, wisdom.
Awesome. And that's your turn?
Yep.
Okay. At the end of your turn, he's going to use a bullshit action, and he is, as I like to call them sometimes, and he is going to attack Rosie. It's an 8.
That does not hit.
Okay. I'm rolling so bad. As he swings his axe again over Grimm's head. Rosie, you dodge and it smashes into the stone wall beside you. Okay, Peter.
Alright, well Peter, who, to be clear, looks like Bugs Bunny in a driver cap, is gonna just be hopping up and down on the bed, and is gonna loose an arrow at the back of his kneecap. That's an 18 to hit.
That hits.
So, and then sneak attack, because Graham is there, so that's 15 piercing damage. And then from that, I'm going to jump off the bed and land over here somewhere and try to hide as a bonus action.
Okay.
And that's a 25 to stealthily hide behind the wall.
Okay. As you dodge out of the way, just in time as it turns around, trying to see you. Okay. The badger's turn. As a bonus action, it's going to use Honey Badgers Don't Give a and get resistance to everything for a while. And it is going to kind of step over this way, pushing the table out of the way, and it's going to try to attack Grim again. Hey, that's a real number. That's a 16.
That will just hit.
Hey. Oof. Well, the same number on damage as I did to hit, but what's his bonus? Damn.
The fuck?
As his great axe comes down on you, that is 12 points of slashing damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Drunk boy. And that is his turn. Grim.
Okay. So, since he is 2 sizes larger than Grim, I think I can move through him at difficult terrain. Because halflings can do it to 1 size larger.
Sure. Yeah.
So I'm going to scoot to this side, and as I'm in his grundle, I will Warhammer.
Go ahead.
Son of a bitch.
As you're running underneath him, you pop your Warhammer up.
Yeah, he apparently is wearing a cup because I rolled a 13.
Yeah, he kind of sees it coming and jumps, kind of shuffles out of the way, nearly getting you with his great axe, but you jump.
And then I will bonus action with the hand axe again.
Go ahead.
Which is a better 23.
That'll hit. That'll definitely hit.
Ooh, max damage, so 9. Flashing.
Nice. It doesn't do quite as much damage as you were hoping,
Right.
but he's not looking super great.
That's my turn.
Are we using flanking rules?
Yeah, we'll use Klaus's rules for
Sweet.
flanking and movement and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I assume so. If I took an opportunity attack for that, because I did move 2 to get through it.
14 to hit?
Miss.
Okay. So, Rosie.
I am going to try and take my quarterstaff to his head again.
Okay.
I don't think a 14 hits this guy.
No, he's well armored.
Okay, so in that case, I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage, hop off the desk, and start moving around. Not too far, just so I'm on the other side of the desk, kind of in this open space. And my turn there.
Using your slippery rat tactics, you're able to kind of see an opening where most others won't have, and you jump out of the way as he's sufficiently distracted by Grim, and you run off. Dizzy.
Gulp. I'm gonna get up and try and go and kind of go around him and flank with Grim.
Yep, that'll work.
Cool. And then I'm gonna cast Primal Savagery and try and dig my nails into him.
How does that work?
That doesn't, because I can't roll above a 5. But it is a you channel primal magic to cause your teeth or fingernails to sharpen, ready to deliver a corrosive attack. Make a melee spell attack against one creature within 5 feet of you. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 acid damage. After you make the attack, your teeth or fingernails return to normal. But I can't roll above a fucking 5, so I don't actually do it.
Oh no. I guess I gave it to you once I started rolling 11s.
I guess so.
As you jump over. And is that with advantage because you're flanking?
Oh, no, it was not. Ayo. Hey, that's a natural 15. Never mind, I lied. That's a 22.
Hit.
Yeah, I do.
It's like you went into flanking and didn't roll advantage. Okay.
Yeah, seriously.
Right.
I'm dumb today.
Well, you are dizzy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's 2 acid damage because I still can't roll at all.
Don't method act, okay?
I'm trying not to.
Character's not to method act. So you jump
It's just
over,
a little bite.
flanking with Grim, and you swipe with these really strange claws that you suddenly grow and bite on him. What does that do again?
2 acid damage.
2. Yeah, it doesn't quite do as much as you wanted, but you hit. And it kind of burns at the armor that he's got.
Good job, me.
Hey.
First, that's it.
All right. Peter.
All right, well, I'm going to just hop back on top of the bed, get back to bouncing as I do. Hey, Badger, I tell you a joke, but looks like you already are one, you dumb, blubbering bastard Badger. And I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery. This is a wisdom save?
Yes, it is a wisdom save. Oh, and is he, are those checks or saves that he has disadvantage with?
I think it's checks.
Just checks.
Okay, just checks. Well, that's okay, because that's not a really good number anyways. That's a 7.
That should be my 8 plus proficiency modifier plus something.
Yep, so you're good.
Okay.
So roll that D4.
Takes 2 psychic damage, and he has disadvantage on his next attack.
Hey.
And then I'll hop down off the bed and hide. That is a bonus action again. Because I'm a rogue, and I'm going to do that every single time.
So,
Feels good, doesn't it?
Kind of coming out of this blind fury, he starts to look a little bit more exhausted and wounded now. Your attacks didn't do as much as you were hoping, but you did wound him. Unfortunately, it's his turn. I didn't give him whatever. I forgot it, so it's my fault. And he is going to see that Grimm's kind of wounded, and he's going to try to attack him. But he's focused on the rabbit, looking at him. I don't think I even have to roll the other one. Yeah, no, that's a 7. As the badger with his great axe swings, looking at Peter instead of Grimm, his quarry. And the great axe swings in a wide arc, and he kind of loses his balance a little bit and lets go of the great axe, holding onto it in his left hand still. But he's wide open. Grimm.
So because I'm flanking, I have advantage?
Yep.
I will snatch at his balls again. That is 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So, 4 damage with the Warhammer. Bonus action, hand axe. Natural 20. Yay.
Yeah, roll that crit damage, man.
Watch them be both ones. Okay, only half true. 7 slashing damage.
7.
And I'm going to action surge and take 1 more hammer.
Okay.
Not as good. 15?
15 does not hit. It's so close. As you action surge and go for the second hammer strike, he, exhausted, bleeding out, grabs your hammer, stopping it in his grasp, and he stares at you. Yeah, now at the end of Grimm's turn, he's going to attack Grimm for 16.
That hits.
Oh man, that's another 12
Wonderful.
Damage. As he shoves your warhammer aside, and you realize that he's been raising his great axe as he held you there, and he grabs the great axe with his other hand, slashes it down onto you. Rosie.
I am going to jump up onto this other desk in the middle of the room, and another quarterstaff to the head.
Okay.
That's a 25 to hit.
Yeah, I guess that hits.
For 10 damage.
How do you want to do this?
So he's turned around facing Grimm. I just want to smack him right in the back of the head, and actually no, I want to smack him on the side of the head so that when he falls away from Grimm with that momentum.
Okay. So jumping up onto the desk, you jump up with your quarterstaff, smash him right on the side of the head, right where the temple is. And he kind of gets knocked over to the side and falls over to the ground, unconscious.
That is what you get. Also, ow.
And now I'm going to casually make my way over to Grimm and cast Cure Wounds.
Nice.
For 8 points.
Thank you, lovely mutated mouse.
Well, that went better than expected. We should probably get the fuck out of here, though.
I think that's probably a good idea.
We were
Should we check his
loud.
pockets first?
Yes.
Peter takes a fancy pillow before moving towards the door.
All right. Taking yet another spoil of war, you take this very fluffy, comfortable pillow, stuff it into your big Santa sack that you have with you, And
I'm going to go ahead and grab that box of rings off of the desk and just toss it over to Grim.
Okay.
Grim will use second wind.
Okay.
Okay. Still hurt. I'm okay.
Excellent. So from this bedroom, you can see down the hall, back the way you came from. There is the hallway that leads to the rest of the barracks. The hallway seems to go down further that way in the other direction, but you figured this way was closer to the treasury. And then just a little ways down, you see an open archway, rather large open archway to what looks like a little bit of a lit, like candlelit room, although you can't quite see what's in it from here.
Shall we try to close the door and jam the lock?
Yes, better they do not discover body.
I would say we should hide it, but
I don't
but
think
here looks
that's
at
going to work.
smashed desk and shit. Like he's too big. All right, we'll slow him down with the door. We'll close the door and try to jam it.
How much time has passed since we've been here, by the way?
It hasn't been super long, but you figure you're probably hitting the half-hour mark.
Okay.
So we try to jam the lock and presume move towards that archway.
Okay. Jamming the lock is easy enough. You just shove something into the keyhole that's not supposed to be there.
A carrot.
Sure. A piece of carrot. And where do you guys head?
Through archway? Does that seem right direction? Got a little Asian there. Need to recalibrate.
Let's go. Shit, no, it's me. Yeah, let's go that way.
See, this is why I don't do accents.
Yeah, so you guys head over to the archway. You peek out. You peek through the doorway there, and you see what looks like a library. There are tons of bookshelves here. There's a few tables and desks. You see one guard kind of patrolling through the aisles, but that's about it.
And were there any other doorways that we saw?
Not in this hallway, no.
Well, fuck. What do we do?
I could talk to him.
Well, that's an idea. Let's go for it. Sure. What's the worst that could happen?
Okay, I'll just get him to go away, or...
Oh, shit, she's serious. I don't have another idea.
Let her try. Worst that happens, I throw axe at back of his head.
Alright, I like it. And Peter will notch an arrow.
Okay.
and hide from the distance.
Then I will kind of try and hide my crowbar and stuff and look a little bit more normal and walk up to the guard.
Okay. So you stick your crowbar kind of hidden into your whatever you wear. What do you wear?
I don't know. Dark clothes and armor.
Okay. Whatever you're wearing. You stuff your crowbar into it. And then you walk up to the guard. You see before you what looks like a small hedgehog. This short, rotund character that has a helmet that might be a little bit too big for him. And he's kind of waddling back and forth down the aisles. And he sees you.
Hi, I'm lost.
Oh, that's right, you are. Why are you here?
I was trying to find the ballroom and I can't find it.
Roll deception.
And I get advantage on weasel words.
Yes.
I'm technically trying to earn trust. Ooh.
Yes, of someone who should be hostile to you.
That is a 26.
Yeah. He kind of looks at you to the side, but, you kind of feel this little magical tingle between the two of you. And he says, ballroom, it's actually right over here. If you go down this hallway...
Could you point? I'm not good with directions. Will you point it for me?
Yeah, and he points over to...
Well, I'll kind of try and keep his back to where the others are so they can get by.
Okay. If you go down this way, there's a trophy room right over there, and it's got, sets of armor and, interesting things like that the prince likes to show off for his guests and things. If you go just past that, there's another hallway, and the ballroom, the Great Hall, whatever you want to call it, is right over there.
Okay, is it left or right?
And we're sneaking.
Yes.
Everybody else roll stealth.
I cast stealth.
Remember to add your plus 10, because that's still up.
Is that concentration, though? And is Shillelagh concentration?
Shillelagh is not.
Shillelagh is not concentration. Pass without trace is.
Okay. So yeah, you still have that.
Thank God. So 20.
30.
18.
Okay. He seems to be sufficiently distracted by the small stoat.
And when we get...
We heard him mention trophy room, right?
Yep. Yeah, they weren't particularly quiet.
So I think we should be trying to head that way.
Well, once we're all sufficiently past, I'm going to turn. I'm going to throw my hand axe down the hallway we just came from so it clatters against that wall.
Okay. What's the range on hand axe again?
60 feet max. It's 20-60.
Okay. Yeah, you chuck it. Easy enough. Ting, ting, ting.
And then on a bonus action, summon it back to me. Or not, it teleports back to my hand.
In a puff of arcane energy. And then the guard goes on alert and turns towards where the sound came from. Hey, what was that? You better be getting along, Missy. You're not supposed to be around here. I'm going to go check that out.
Thank you.
And he walks away, waddling.
And I skip back to the others, if I can find them.
I assume they make themselves known.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't think that was going to work, but, here we are.
I'm very good at talking to people.
You are.
Not bad, pup.
That was badass.
Thank you.
So, trophy room. It seems like a place where you would display a nice ornamental sword.
Trophies, sure, that sounds right.
It at least sounds closer to the keep and the right direction.
Alright then, well, which way's the trophy room?
He said that way. No, he said that way. I'll point the right way this time.
So basically, off of the library, there's another hallway. Basically, keep going that way, there's the Great Hall, but in between the Great Hall and the library, there's a doorway that opens up into the trophy room. And you guys can see it really easily. As you kind of pass through the hallway, and Peter, you take a peek inside, you see inside this trophy room, it almost looks like a mixture between an art museum and a normal museum. With there's a bunch of paintings, some of them of the Purple Prince, of which all of you guys have seen him in person, your animals. Some of them of just, landscapes of different areas that he claims to have been. And scattered along the floor are pedestals with little statues and urns and artifacts and things like that, encased in glass. There are 2 guards in this room. Both are hares, kind of patrolling around. They don't seem to see you. And on the far end of the trophy room, on the other side, you can kind of see this little alcove that's hidden. But Peter, you almost see the edge of a heavy reinforced door around that corner. It's not very obvious, but you can kind of see it.
Alright, well, I have 2 guards. We can try to sneak by them, or we can take them out and have our pick. Thoughts? Ideas?
I mean, I generally think that just smashing them is faster, but it is also wilder.
True. We could maybe get close and then do a thing to them.
I'm sorry, I've done this to everyone.
Every time. Your character voices are contagious.
Beat their tail of cotton and very much of liking smashing their face. You were gonna say something there, Grim. I had a stroke.
Oh, I mean, we could try and let the pretty one talk again.
Worked last time. Try it again, sure.
Okay.
So try to sneak past them, and then if that fails, smash.
Aye. And if everyone's in agreement, Peter will not
Right.
and sneak.
So who goes in?
I think I'm going in to talk to the guards.
After Dizzy.
Okay. So Dizzy, you go in first. The rest of you follow suit after you feel like the guards have been sufficiently distracted. So Dizzy, you walk in, you see two guards. They're kind of patrolling back and forth. They're not making sure that they're not looking in the same direction ever.
Mm-hmm.
Just walking in between the different art pieces back and forth.
I will just kind of look around at everything until they notice me.
Okay. Oh, what's going on there?
Oh, hi.
What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here.
I think I got turned around. I'll use the same lie again. I'm trying to find the ballroom, and I forgot which way the other guard said to go.
Roll deception again.
With advantage? Because I was doing weasel words?
Yeah.
Good. Great. Okay. That's, what's a 22?
Okay. So one of the guards comes up, and the guard keeps patrolling around until eventually he reaches that spot as well, and then he'll join in and talking. And says, who are you even? I didn't know that this person was going to be the Purple Prince, I guess. And the other one says, I don't know. But she's standing right here. Nobody's stopped her so far, so it
I'm
doesn't
definitely meant to be here.
And we're sneaking.
Scooby-Doo style, you guys are like,
Is there a
creeping
moment where
across the other side of the room quietly.
Is there a moment where we like come around the corner and we do the like shortest head and then middle head and then highest head?
Yeah, you guys do that at the start to make sure that she's sufficiently distracted them, and then like in the most obvious sneaking walking thing that they do in like cartoons and movies all the time, you guys like sneak past on the other side of the room.
And with the jingle of my chainmail, we even have that little tinkle.
You guys can roll stealth checks.
Plus 10, as always.
32.
Guys, I'm sorry. That's a natural 1, so 11.
Oh, here we go.
So
I almost got confused for a minute and thought I had advantage. I was like, oh no, I rolled 2 because of the opposite.
that makes me feel better about my 15.
Yeah,
Okay.
I took a tumble.
Ooh. So the one guard that's been talking to you, Dizzy, stays talking to you and tries to make some sort of sense out of your purposefully, yet almost not purposefully, jumbled up words and lack of understanding. And the other guy just gives up kind of and lets the other guy handle it, and he starts going on patrol just in time to see and hear Grim gently nudge one of the pieces in the glass encased pedestal thing. And you don't break anything, but it kind of, you nudge it and it tips and ding, hits the glass, making a loud like ceramic against glass ring sound. And the hair stands up straight, his ears perk up, and he turns around. Intruders!
I cast Infestation.
I attack.
Everybody roll initiative.
Here we go again.
Oh, good.
Oh my god.
Just, alright.
15.
Grim.
Again?
3 again.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Lord. What is your dexterity?
It's 10. I don't have a
Oh,
negative. I just rolled a 3 twice in a row.
I feel Ezekiel in this castle tonight.
No, I dumped wisdom, figuring Mole can be blind.
Mm.
I know they're not hairs, but I'm going to use these guard tokens because that's what I got on hand. They had the same one.
Looks like little Ganondorf.
And they get to go first.
Did you just say you don't know who that is?
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh,
don't judge him.
I'm not.
He's a real person.
Yep. It's so precious, though. Okay.
It just translated it to winner for me in Google, so thanks.
Is it bad that whenever I think of Ganondorf, I don't think of any of the games that he's iconic from? I think of that stupid meme cartoon show that he was from.
Oh.
Is that bad?
I've actually never played a Legend of Zelda game, so I can't say anything.
Is this a fire giant? But, also a troll?
You all disappoint me.
Anyways, I can talk about it a lot, but not right now because they're in the middle of a game. So they get to go first because they rolled a really good initiative. There we go. Okay. So these guys are pretty quick. They look like, but not super well armored. I'll give you guys that right off the get-go, as this guy, he's smart enough to put things together. He's going to attack Dizzy.
But I'm precious.
You are, which is why he misses with an 8. As he swings, what's going on? And kind of slashes towards you with his sword. But he's a little distracted at the moment, trying to get his bearings. And you easily jump out of the way, lifting up your arm and blocking with your crowbar. The other guy is going to run up to... Yeah, he'll run up to Grim, and he'll attack Grim. Better. It's a 15.
Niet.
Okay. Does not hit. As Grim, your heavy armor and your ability to parry his sword with your warhammer and axe, shing, you're able to block it. I'll bring us to Peter.
Knock, knock. And instead of a joke, I'm just going to shoot him with my short bow.
Okay.
I'm shooting the one next to Dizzy.
That joke gave you a natural 20, so...
Dizzy 100% goes, who's there?
Boy howdy, guys.
The one next to Dizzy?
Piercing?
The one next to Dizzy?
Yeah, the one next to Dizzy, so I can get sneak attack.
Holy. He's almost dead. As you shoot him right above the waist, he's like, ugh! And he's got a big arrow sticking out of his torso now. Is that your turn, Peter?
Actually, can I see the door, the next door?
Yeah, it's right here functionally on the map.
Is it closed?
It is closed. It looks heavy. It looks made out of mostly metal.
I'm going to go over there, and since I'm a thief, I can try to do thieves' tools as a bonus action. So I'm just going to look for traps or see if it's locked or something.
Okay, roll investigation then.
All right. Oh, shit. There we go. 18.
It is most definitely locked. You don't think it's trapped.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Okay, Dizzy. This guy slashed at you, and then Peter shot him with an arrow.
I don't like that. I'm trying to think what fun thing I want to do to him. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just do it. I'm gonna.
Hex is up.
Oh, it is. I will put Hex on him as my bonus action.
Okay.
Which means I can't do the other thing, which is fine. I'm going to give him disadvantage on... We'll go with Wisdom again. Actually, let's go with Dex, just in case. And then I'm going to cast Primal Savagery and try and bite him.
Did you want to do your damage for your Hex this time?
I do want to do my damage for my Hex this time, if I hit, which I probably do, with a dirty 20.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's actually do the acid and the Hex damage. Fuck this D10. So 1 acid, but 5 necrotic.
So 6.
6 total.
Okay. How do you want to do this, guy? Because I know you've had crap rolls today.
Oh, man. I think as the fingernails grow out, I'm just gonna, just cut his throat.
Okay.
Easy peasy. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Rosie.
Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is kind of run around in a bit of an arc to come up around the other side of the one that is next to Grim. I will cast Shillelagh as a bonus action and smack this dude with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
And that's flanking.
Yes, it is.
That is 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. I guess.
And 7 points of damage.
Nice. Whack.
And that's my turn.
Okay, Grim.
I will go for the knees on his beautiful little bunny legs.
Mm-hmm.
Warhammer is another natural 20. Thank you, flanking.
Jeez.
Hey.
So that is 2d8. Where's my other d8? Ooh, that's nice. 16 bludgeoning damage.
Jeez.
And then I'm gonna try and finish this off with my hand axe
Oh boy.
for 24 to hit.
Yeah, I guess that hits.
And 9 slashing damage.
Jeez. 25 damage to that guy. Actually, yeah, that's enough. How do you want to do this?
I think, having just watched Dizzy grow acid fingernails and then suck the life out of the other one, I'm just I will put you out of misery quickly. Knee, axe to throat.
Done. Blood everywhere.
Peter is going to notch another arrow and just kind of puts it back into the quiver. I guess that worked out, sure.
This time I think I'm going to try and drag, at least I'm going to start dragging the one that's near me behind something so that it's not, this body isn't totally obvious from the doorway.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Put an empty wine bottle down. They'll just assume all that blood is wine. It'll be fine.
That's a very good idea.
That will not work, but I will help
It
you with
might.
body.
Yeah, you're able to shove the bodies kind of behind one of the larger displays. Easy enough.
Okay. Can you get door open?
Yeah. Sure, I think I can. I definitely can. That's a natural 25.
Yeah. Peter, you are a thief. And while most would find that a insulting and derogatory term, you take pride in your work. And you kind of wiggle your fingers a little bit, taking out your thieves' tools. And yeah, it's a safe door. You've busted a couple of these things.
I
Done.
guess standard mouse make. I've seen this one before.
Should have
And
got
with
the mold door. Unbreakable like fortress.
And with a quick turn of the large gear-like handle, the bearings turning a little bit hard, a little bit rough, needs a little oil, but it works. And you open it up, and before you, looks like a treasury if you've ever seen one. You see a few heavy, it's not that large, but you see a few heavy chests with plenty of gold, silver, and copper in them. You see a couple of tables with a few weapons. You see a couple of armor racks with very, very beautiful pieces of armor. You see a couple of older paintings wrapped up in parchment, so you don't really know what they are, but they're larger. And the parchment looks a little old, as does the string wrapping it. And on the far side of the room, you see a shimmering gold sword. It looks to be about the size of an arming arming sword, so a little shorter than a long sword, but longer than a short sword kind of thing. And it looks like it's made out of gold. It is that very, very fine yellow color. The handle looks to be made out of some sort of very, very dark metal, but you're not entirely sure what it is. And even from here, you can tell that it's a very intricate piece.
Oh, pretty.
Be cautious, work quickly.
Peter nods as he starts throwing stuff into his Santa bag.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Well,
grab whatever.
check for traps and sword first. Do not get handsy involved. That cannot be only defense, those two pathetic little rabbits.
Peter mouths as he goes into the store.
All right, everybody looking for like traps and things, you can roll investigation.
I'm actually not very good at this, guys.
That's okay. I rolled a natural 20 and I got 25.
You happy?
I am
There's
very
no
nearsighted,
trap.
but I have to get very close when I inspect.
There's not a single trap, Gren. It's fine. We killed them.
Nyessa,
9.
Nyessa and Swan, what did you guys get?
10.
I'm not looking.
Okay. You refuse to roll. Yeah, Dizzy, you're kind of looking around just wide-eyed. There are more shiny things that you've ever seen in your whole life in this room. You're just amazed. Peter, you're like arrogantly going through this like, oh, whatever. You know, I got in here. I'm better than this. I'm not going to listen to you. And you're just picking up random stuff. Grim, you are looking around and you don't see what looks like any traps. You don't see any wires. You don't see any weird, strange, magical things anywhere. But you do know that you have to be quick because it isn't too difficult to see that the door's open from the other side of the room. And if somebody was just walking by, then they would know that somebody's in here.
Okay.
So you are aware of that danger.
All right. I will rub my hands together, pull out some, hang on, what are the material components? A drop of mercury that will expand, and I will cast Tensor's Floating Disc.
Best use that spell's ever seen.
This creates a circular horizontal plane of force, 3 feet in diameter, 1 inch thick, floats 3 feet above the ground, can hold up to 500 pounds, lasts for an hour, is not concentration, follows me 20 feet behind, can go upstairs up to an elevation change of, cannot cross an elevation change of 10 feet or more. So,
Okay.
That'll hopefully let us take some more shit.
And
Okay.
I am mostly ignoring the shinies, maybe pocketing a few small things here and there, but I'm looking for that little wooden box.
Okay. What was yours again? A 10?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys are all looking around this treasure room. You quickly grab the sword, easy enough. You pick it up. You find a scabbard that looks to be about the right size, and you shove it in. It's a little bit bigger than the sword, but it'll do for the time being, just to get it out of here. Grim conjures this large floating disc, and he starts just piling as much as he can on there.
I love it.
Dizzy, you're standing in awe, and then you see Grim, and then you think, oh, that's a good idea, and you start helping him out.
He's so smart.
Rosie, you're looking around, kind of just letting everybody do their thing, and you're just, in a way, just praying in your mind over and over again, please be here, please be here, please be here, please be here, please be here. You're looking, until you find, kind of behind one of the other chests, a very small box, much like the one that you just handed Grim not too long ago. It's small, but it looks significantly older. It looks almost like the wood has been simultaneously worn out over a very long time and covered in dust and dirt from just sitting here for a long time. For a long, long while. It's cleanly cut, the box, but it's all knotted or it's full of knots and strange patterns in it. and you pick it up, you open it, it's got a single seed inside and nothing else. Just this little wooden box with a little tiny seed inside.
I look at the seed and I just give a little sigh of relief and close the box and put it into the most secure pocket I have.
Okay.
And then I go over to the doorway to watch for anybody coming.
Okay. You quickly wrap it up in your clothing and you go over to the door, waiting for everybody to finish doing their thing. Grim, how much do you load up your floating disc with?
I don't think I'm going to go for the full 500. If I can find a chest or something that I can set up on it and fill the chest with whatever, but really I want to give us like 4 or 5 minutes at most, and then like we gotta go.
Okay. Yeah, you pick up one of the chests that's kind of like half full, and you lift that up onto the disc, and then you just start throwing other random things onto it.
When Grim does the disc, Peter's going to start helping pile it into his chest. But anytime he finds jewelry, he'll just wear it. He'll just put any bracelets and just wear everything that's wearable, but otherwise pile.
All right. So you guys load everything up, and so far you haven't been detected. Rosie, you're looking around the corner. You can't see anybody coming in from the hallway yet. You don't hear anybody. And Grim, eventually you get to a point where it's like, okay, this is enough. And you start leading the disc out of the room. Rosie's kind of in the doorway. Peter's blinged out more than a rap artist, and Dizzy is following suit. And you guys walk out of the trophy room and into the hallway. You have 2 choices. You have to the right, which you know is towards the Great Hall, or you have towards the left, which is back the way you guys came.
Back the way we came?
It seems like smartest.
Should I maybe go ahead a bit?
I think that
scout
would
ahead.
be a good idea.
All right.
Don't get too far ahead, though.
Rosie, I actually think maybe you should walk with Disc, because it is always 20 feet behind me, which is not, or like, what is that, 5 hairs?
Something like that.
I just don't want to leave it alone behind.
Right. That's fair. How much time do I have left on Pass Without Trace?
Not long. Maybe a couple minutes.
Then I will go ahead and recast it.
Okay. So you cast it again. Everybody roll stealth. And Peter, since you're up at front, roll a perception check as well.
All right.
29.
15.
16.
9? 12
Plus-
for perception.
plus
19.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then 12 perception. Okay. So you guys are rounding the corner. You're going down the hallway back the way you guys came, through the library, and you guys are pretty quiet. Yep. You guys see the hedgehog guard that's back in the library, but you notice that he's actually stopped and he's holding a book and reading it right in the middle of the library, and you guys quietly sneak past. You guys get into the hallway back in front of the bedroom, and you can see the hallway goes all the way down past the intersection where the guardhouse is and goes all the way to the back of the keep. And that's where you guys are at right now.
What do we know is behind Keep?
You know that there is a river that basically hugs the western wall of the keep.
Okay, let's not jump out window.
It's a pretty slow river. It's like a wide and deep but slow river.
But you did say that the window back there did have like bars or something on it.
The windows that you guys saw on the second floor had like these metal lattices in them. You're not sure about the first floor.
Okay,
But
well,
you do know that there are windows and stuff on the backside of the keep.
Continue the way we came, or jump out window?
Would this thing float, or?
I think if I go down, it just goes down. I think. I don't know. It can go back up, but let me read.
I think you can kind of direct it a little bit.
It can't move across a pit 10 feet deep, but I think it will just fall down into it. So it can go down, like, I can't go up 10 feet, but I can just fall down with it, and it should follow me down, even if that's larger than 20 feet. At least that's how I understand it.
So it might just sink to the bottom of the river.
Oh, no, it will float on water, I think.
Oh.
It will stay up, above ground.
You would know that if you're swimming on the surface of the water, it'll follow you at roughly the same elevation.
Yeah, it will be fine.
Well, do we want to try that? We want to make sure there's no guards that are going to see us as we're slowly swimming across the river.
How far of a jump is it down?
From the first floor, it shouldn't be a massive jump. The river, it's not like the castle's on a large cliff or anything like that. You do know that the ground, you would know, especially as a druid, the ground around here is very, very rocky. So it's actually really good to build something like a castle on it. And even right up to where the river kind of hugs the western edge of this keep, of this castle. But it's still pretty close to the surface. You think from here it might be like what would be equivalent to a 10-foot drop or something like that?
Okay.
Not much more than that.
That's fine.
Yeah, it'd be quite a dive to do it, but you'll live.
I mean, I still have roll.
I forget I'm actually pretty good at climbing. I could perhaps help some of you get down to the water without having to jump.
I mean, we already killed a few people. I feel like we should smash window before we leave.
I am agreeing.
I can't disagree with that.
Okay.
Shall
what do you guys
we?
have?
I cast Eldritch Blast at the window.
Okay. So, you guys, there's no window where you guys are at right now, but you guys continue down the hallway all the way towards the back of the keep. See how these patrols are going. Roll one more stealth, guys.
Oh, shit. 34.
Plus-
23.
Plus 10.
34.
16.
35.
Wow. Nice. So you guys managed to avoid the patrols, waiting, going quickly, letting the shadows curl around you via Rosie's spell, and you managed to make your way to the back of the keep. Kind of the hallway following where the back of, like, where the treasury should be, like a little further than that. You guys are following along this hallway. You can see it has a bunch of windows that kind of line the eastern sides, or the western side. So to your right, that wall. It's a stone wall. It's a very thick stone wall, but the windows are inset into the stone quite a ways. So you'll have a little bit of a ledge if you break one of the windows. And Dizzy, you Eldritch Blast it?
Unless Grim wants to blow up the wall.
No, I did not bring bomb. I would have to have gone get bomb, but I will find something to tie my rope.
Okay. Then yes, I'll Eldritch Blast the window.
It completely shatters, in which case one of the nearby guards, as it makes the loudest sound that you guys have created. Well, no. It makes an incredibly loud sound. One of the guards says, "Hey, what was that? Guards!"
Go, go, go.
And you hear a bunch of guards coming your way.
Escape.
Peter Swan dies.
All right.
Yeah.
Peter, make an athletics check.
Hell yeah. 14.
Sure, you do, you like jump off and do this really cool flip in the air and plop into the water.
I'm also going to jump.
Okay.
I will slide down the rope.
Me too.
It's 12
You guys
for me.
get down. Okay. Rosie, you jump. Plop.
As soon as we are in the water, I'm going to cast Fog Cloud to cover which direction we're going.
Nice. You guys are swimming across. Everybody roll a quick athletics.
Oh no. Straight 7.
12.
15.
18, somehow.
Okay. So you are all swimming along. Rosie, you cast this fog cloud. And as it is billowing out, you can kind of see Dizzy is really struggling. She doesn't appear to be a very strong swimmer.
Since I'm doing pretty well, I'm gonna go and try and help her.
Okay. Easy enough to do. You grab her and start pulling her along, making sure that she doesn't sink under the water. And the rest of you guys can hear a bunch of guards shouting, "Where'd they go? I don't know. I can't see them. All I see is this fog. Where'd this fog come from now anyways?" And they're all shouting. They're confused. They're yelling out orders, but you guys are swimming across under the cover of this fog cloud. You manage to reach the other side of the shore, and you can see in the distance, kind of, now that you guys are out of the fog cloud, there is a forest not too far from the river that you guys can run towards for safety. The floating disc follows Grim along the water as he swims and he climbs up, and everything seems to be intact.
As we reach the opposite side, I pat my pocket just to reassure myself that the box is there, and start bruxing, which is the sort of like the rat equivalent of purring.
Yeah, it's still there.
Now you know things I didn't know before, bruxing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now you're Brexiting? What?
It's like they sort of grind their teeth, which makes a noise that's similar to purring.
Are you sick? Why are you crunching?
Peter relaxes on the back of the disc.
All right. And you guys walk out into the forest. Now that you guys are covered, you guys are pretty safe, and you manage to find your way back to safety. From there, during the next day, you guys hear news that the Purple Prince's castle was raided and robbed. You can't imagine who by, but several guards were killed in the process, and some very, very important items and valuable items were taken. Of course, who would ever do that? With some clever disguising and a little bit of weasel words, you are able to get the heat off of your guys' back. And after a few days, eventually your contact comes back to you in, again, his thick covered robe, kind of hidden away, looking like a normal traveler. And you exchange. I assume you give him the golden sword of the Purple Prince.
Yes, he can have sword.
Mm-hmm. And he says, "Well done. You've done very good work here. And you can see you've rewarded yourselves handsomely. Good. Perhaps in the future I will hire your services again. Enjoy your riches. Spend it. Have fun. We'll be in touch." And he leaves. And with a decent payday of a chest full of gold, riches, and shiny things, where do we leave off our 4 lovely creatures now that they have all of this money? How do they use it? How do they spend it? How do we fade out?
Grim will spend some money enjoying himself. He will fruitlessly try and teach Dizzy to read, and then spend the rest of his money on a nice, solid gold pickaxe to gift his child.
Nice.
Aww.
Rosie will part ways with the group for now, planning to meet up with them later if they want to do any more jobs. But she's going to take a little visit home to her sisters and her nieces and nephews. And just while she's there, she's just quietly going to... Well, first she's going to give her share of the money to her sisters. And then she's going to go and plant that seed.
Okay.
Dizzy will probably hang out with Grim for as long as he'll let her while he's trying to teach her to read. And then, I don't know, she'll probably go back to her patron and get a job from her or them or whatever it is.
We don't know.
Crazy Archfey.
Yeah. It can be whatever it wants, whenever it wants.
Whatever insane Archfey thought it was a good idea to give Dizzy magic.
Peter Cottontail is irresponsible and spends almost all of it fairly quickly, keeping for himself something ostentatious and stupidly obvious, like a crown or a scepter or something like that.
Nice.
And we all meet back together to get Peter out of trouble, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
And as the sun sets yet again on another day in the Enchanted Valley, our heroes spend their money in the way that they wish, only to come across another adventure maybe another time. But that'll be a later story. That'll be the end of our little bonfire fable. Thanks everybody for coming.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Back to the Story. For notifications when an episode goes live, you can find us on Stitcher, Google Play, Player FM, or TuneIn. Download the app and subscribe or favorite us there. We also have a YouTube channel called Back to the Story, an actual play podcast. If you'd like to contact us, you can tweet us at back2_the_story. If you can't fit it into 280 characters, you can email us at thebonfirefables@gmail.com. And if you'd like further information about the campaign, the player characters, or behind-the-scenes sneak peeks, follow us on either Twitter or our Tumblr website. Lastly, if you'd like to support the show, feel free to buy us a coffee at ko-fi.com/backtothestory.